are 100 lessons with various daily life conversations.
After taking this class, this will greatly strengthen our English speaking and listening skills.
Practice makes perfect. Let's start. Lesson 1, Catching Up.
Morning, Anna, how have you been?
Hey John, not bad, just keeping busy. How about you?
Same here, life's been a bit hectic lately.
I hear you. It's hard to find a moment to catch your breath sometimes.
Tell me about it. But it's good to see you today.
It is. I feel like it's been too long since we last hung out.
Agreed. We should really make more of an effort to get together.
Definitely. We need to schedule something soon.
Definitely. I'm free this weekend if you're up for it.
That works for me. We can figure out the details later.
Sounds good. I'm looking forward to it.
Me too. It'll be nice to have some time to relax and catch up.
Absolutely. I could use a little break from the craziness.
Same here. This weekend is going to be just what we need.
I can't wait. It's going to be great.
Lesson 2, Boating Safety.
Hey Anna, I'm planning a day out on the boat this weekend. Are you interested in joining?
That sounds lovely. But I have to ask, do you always wear a life jacket when you go out on the boat?
Of course. I never go out without one. Safety is my top priority.
That's great to hear. I think it's so important to be responsible when it comes to boating.
Definitely. I always wear a life jacket, and I make sure everyone else on board does too.
That's really smart. It's better to be safe than sorry, especially on the water.
Exactly. I'd never want to take any unnecessary risks. A life jacket is a must.
I admire your commitment to safety. It's a good example for others to follow.
Thanks. I just want to make sure everyone has a fun and worry-free time on the boat.
And that's exactly the right attitude to have. I'd be happy to join you this weekend.
Wonderful. I'll make sure to have an extra life jacket ready for you.
Sounds perfect. I can't wait to spend the day out on the water with you. Lesson 3, Hotel Booking.
Hey Anna, I'm trying to book a hotel for my upcoming trip, but I'm not sure how to go about it.
Okay, let me see if I can help. What kind of details do you need?
Well, the cost seems to depend on the duration and the room type. Can you provide more information?
Sure, let me ask a few more questions to get a better idea of what you're looking for.
All right, go ahead.
How long will you be staying, and do you have a preference on the room size or amenities?
I'll be there for 3 nights, and I'd like a comfortable room with at least a queen-sized bed.
Okay, got it. And do you have a budget in mind for the nightly rate?
Ideally, I'd like to keep it under $150 per night if possible.
With those parameters, let me see what I can find for you.
That would be great. I really appreciate you helping me out with this.
No problem at all. I'll do some research and get back to you with a few options that fit your needs.
Awesome, thanks so much Anna. I'm looking forward to hearing what you come up with.
Absolutely. I'll be in touch soon with some hotel recommendations for your trip. Lesson 4, Forgetful Grandfather.
Hey Anna, my grandfather has been forgetting things a lot lately. It worries me.
Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that. Memory issues can be tough for the whole family.
Yeah, my mother tells me I need to be patient with him. But it's hard sometimes.
I can imagine. Caring for someone with memory problems requires a lot of understanding.
Exactly. I try my best to help him remember things, but it's not always easy.
Maybe you could try making notes or leaving reminders around the house for him.
That's a great idea. I'll give that a try. Anything to make things a bit easier.
I'm sure he appreciates all the effort you're putting in. Patience and support mean a lot.
You're right. I'll keep that in mind and do my best to be there for him.
I'm glad I could offer a suggestion. Let me know if there's anything else I can do to help.
Thanks. I'll keep you posted on how things go with my grandfather.
Of course, I'm happy to lend an ear whenever you need it.
I really appreciate that. It's nice to have someone I can talk to about this.
Anytime. That's what friends are for.
Absolutely. I'm glad we're friends.
Lesson 5, Family Traditions.
Hey Anna, do you have any special family traditions?
Not really. Unfortunately, we don't have any specific traditions in my family.
Oh, that's too bad. My family has a few, like our annual holiday gatherings.
That sounds really nice. I've always wanted to be part of a family with special traditions.
Well, maybe you could start some new ones with your own family someday.
That's a great idea. I could incorporate some traditions from my childhood, too.
Exactly. It's a great way to bring people together and create lasting memories.
I love that. I'll have to give it some thought and see what kind of traditions I could start.
I'm sure whatever you come up with will be meaningful and special.
Thank you. I appreciate you sharing a bit about your family's traditions.
Anytime. I'm happy to talk about them. Let me know if you ever want to brainstorm ideas.
I'll definitely keep that in mind. It would be fun to bounce ideas off you.
Sounds good. I'm looking forward to hearing about any traditions you decide to start.
Me too. It'll be a fun project to work on.
Absolutely. Just let me know how it goes.
Lesson 6, Uncovering Religious Persecution.
Hey Anna, have you ever noticed how people sometimes can't recognize religious persecution when they see it?
That's an interesting point. Can you tell me more about what you mean?
Well, think about how in the past, people were sometimes burned as heretics or drowned as witches just for their religious beliefs.
Ah, yes, that's a dark chapter in history. It's tragic how people's religious differences were used to justify such horrific acts of persecution.
Exactly. And the worst part is, many of those people at the time probably thought they were doing the right thing, protecting their faith.
That's a really good observation. It just goes to show how easily people can become blind to the injustice happening right in front of them when it's cloaked in the guise of religious righteousness.
Absolutely. It's a sobering reminder that we have to stay vigilant and really examine our own biases, even when it comes to deeply held beliefs.
Well said. It's crucial that we learn from the past and make sure we don't repeat those same mistakes of failing to recognize religious persecution, no matter how it may be justified.
Definitely. We have to keep an open mind and a compassionate heart, even towards beliefs that may differ from our own.
Completely agree. Thanks for this thought-provoking discussion. It's an important topic that's worth reflecting on.
Anytime. I'm glad we could explore this issue together and shed some light on a complex but vital subject.
Lesson 7, Finding Peace in the Unknown.
Hey Anna, I was taking a walk earlier and noticed something interesting.
Oh. What did you notice?
Well, I was walking down the road, and suddenly it seemed to level out in front of me. So I decided to turn the corner and go back home.
That's curious. What made you decide to turn around instead of continuing forward?
I'm not sure, really. There was just something about that leveled out road that made me uneasy. I couldn't quite put my finger on it, but it felt like the right choice to head back.
I see. Sometimes I think we get these intuitions that are hard to explain, but we just have to trust them, you know?
Definitely. There's a lot of wisdom in learning to be comfortable with the unknown and following our instincts, even when we can't rationally justify them.
Absolutely. Life is full of mystery and uncertainty, and I think the ability to navigate that with grace is so important.
Well said. It's a balance, isn't it? Staying grounded and present, but also being open to the unexpected.
Exactly. Finding that balance between control and surrender, logic and intuition, it's an ongoing journey, but so rewarding.
Couldn't agree more. Thanks for chatting about this with me. It's good to reflect on these kinds of things.
My pleasure. These conversations are always thought-provoking and help me gain new perspectives. Lesson 8: Navigating Additional Costs.
Hey Anna, I had a question for you about something that came up recently.
Sure, what is it?
Well, I was looking into booking a trip, and I noticed some additional charges that weren't clear up front. Do you know anything about that?
Yes, that can be a tricky situation. Additional fees and charges are something a lot of companies don't always make super transparent.
Exactly. It's so frustrating when you think you have the full picture on the cost, and then there are all these extra fees at the end.
I know, it's the worst. Have you tried reaching out to the company to get more clarity on those additional charges?
I did, but the response wasn't super helpful. They just kind of brushed it off and said it was standard practice.
That's not very satisfactory. I wonder if there are ways to push back on that or at least get a more detailed explanation.
That's a good point. I should probably dig a little deeper and see if I can get them to provide more transparency up front.
Definitely. It's always worth asking follow-up questions and not just accepting vague or unsatisfactory answers.
Absolutely. Thanks for the advice. I'll be sure to keep pressing them on those additional costs.
Of course, happy to help. Let me know if you need any other tips on navigating those kinds of tricky situations. Lesson 9: Celebrating Team Progress.
Hey Anna, I wanted to share some exciting news with you.
Oh, what is it? I'm all ears.
Well, our team just hit a major milestone on the project we've been working on. I'm really proud of the progress we've made.
That's fantastic. Congratulations to you and your team. What kind of milestone did you reach?
We just completed a critical phase of development ahead of schedule, which is a big deal. It's going to set us up really well for the next steps.
Wow, that's impressive. Getting ahead of schedule on a big project like that is no easy feat. You must be thrilled.
Absolutely. The whole team has been working so hard, and it's great to see that effort paying off. I'm really excited about what's to come.
That's wonderful to hear. It must feel so rewarding to see your team's hard work translate into tangible progress.
Definitely. There's a real sense of momentum and enthusiasm right now. I'm proud of what we've accomplished so far.
That's fantastic. It's always so motivating when you can celebrate those kinds of wins. I'm happy for you and your team.
Thanks. I appreciate you letting me share this with you. It's been a great experience so far.
Anytime. I'm glad I could be here to celebrate this milestone with you. Here's to many more successes. Lesson 10: Embracing Nature and Activity.
Hey Anna, I wanted to ask you about something I've been thinking about lately.
Sure, what's on your mind?
Well, I've been trying to find a better balance between being active and enjoying nature. Do you have any tips?
That's a great goal. Finding that balance is so important for our overall well-being.
Exactly. I feel like I've been spending too much time indoors, but when I do get outside, I'm not always as active as I'd like to be.
I understand that struggle. It can be challenging to find the right mix, but it's so worth the effort.
Any advice on how to strike that balance? I want to make sure I'm getting enough physical activity, but also taking the time to appreciate the natural world.
Well, one thing that's worked for me is planning outdoor activities that incorporate movement, like hiking or bike rides. That way, you get the best of both worlds.
That's a great idea. And I suppose being intentional about spending time in nature, even if it's just a short walk, can make a difference too.
Absolutely. Even small pockets of time spent outdoors can have a big impact. The key is making it a priority.
You're right. I need to stop seeing it as an either/or and find ways to weave them together more seamlessly.
Exactly. With a little creativity, you can absolutely find ways to stay active while also connecting with nature. It's so good for the mind and body.
I appreciate you sharing these tips. I'm excited to put them into practice and see how it impacts my overall well-being.
I'm glad I could help. Let me know how it goes. I'd love to hear about your progress. Lesson 11, Podcast Recommendations.
Hey Anna, have you listened to any good podcasts lately? I'm looking for something new to try.
Hello John, actually yes. I just discovered this really interesting podcast about the history of technology. It's called Tech Rewind, and it's really informative.
Tech Rewind, huh? That sounds right up my alley. What's it all about?
It covers the evolution of different technologies, from the early days of computers to the latest innovations. The hosts do a great job of making it engaging and easy to understand.
That does sound fascinating. I'll have to check it out. Do you have any other podcast recommendations for me?
Let me think. Oh, there's also a really popular one called The Curious Cases of Rutherford and Fry. It's all about answering questions from listeners using science.
Ooh, that sounds right up my alley too. I love learning about science in an accessible way. Thanks for the great recommendations. I'll definitely give those a listen.
I'm glad I could help. Let me know what you think of the podcasts once you've had a chance to check them out.
Will do. I appreciate you taking the time to share these with me. It's always nice to discover new shows to dive into.
Absolutely, I'm happy to help. Exploring new podcasts is one of my favorite things. Enjoy.
Thanks, I'm sure I will. Catch you later.
Lesson 12, Finding Your Way at the Airport.
Morning. I've got a trip coming up and I could use your advice on navigating the airport.
Good morning. Airports can be a bit overwhelming, but I'm happy to share some tips to help you get through it smoothly.
That would be great. I'm not the most seasoned traveler, so any pointers would be appreciated.
Okay, well, the first thing I'd recommend is to arrive at the airport with plenty of time to spare. Give yourself at least 2 hours before your flight.
2 hours? That seems like a lot. Is it really necessary to get there that early?
Yes, it's important to allow enough time, especially with security these days. You don't want to feel rushed or stressed.
All right, good to know. What about once I'm actually in the airport? How do I find my way around?
Just follow the signs. They'll direct you to the check-in counters, security, your gate, and other important areas. And if you get lost, don't hesitate to ask for help.
Got it, follow the signs. And I should look for the immigration counter as well, right?
Exactly, the immigration and customs counters will be clearly marked. Just follow the signs and you'll be on your way.
Awesome, that's really helpful. I feel more prepared already. Thanks for the tips.
You're welcome. Wishing you a smooth and stress-free airport experience for your upcoming trip. Lesson 13, Finding the Perfect Hotel Location.
Hey Anna, I'm planning a trip and trying to find the ideal hotel location. Any tips?
Hello John, that's a great question. When it comes to hotel location, it really depends on what's important to you.
Well, I'd like to be close to the main attractions, so I can explore the city easily.
That makes sense. Being near the top sites and landmarks will definitely make your trip more convenient.
Exactly, I don't want to waste time traveling back and forth. What else should I consider?
Good point. You'll also want to think about proximity to public transportation, like the subway or bus routes. That can really help with getting around.
Ah yes, public transport is key. I don't want to rely too much on taxis or rideshares.
Absolutely. And if there are any specific neighborhoods or districts you want to be close to, that's worth considering as well.
Good idea. I'll have to look into the different areas of the city and see which ones might be the best fit.
Definitely do some research on that. The location you choose can really make or break your experience.
Noted. I appreciate all the helpful suggestions. This gives me a lot to think about as I book my hotel.
Happy to help. Let me know if you have any other questions as you're planning your trip. Lesson 14, Comparing Hotel Providers.
Hey Anna, I'm looking into hotels for my upcoming trip. Do you have any thoughts on the different providers?
Good question. There are quite a few options out there these days. What are you looking for in a hotel provider?
Well, I want to make sure I get a good deal, but quality is also important. Any providers you'd recommend?
Let me think. Have you looked into Expedia or Hotels.com? They often have competitive prices and a wide selection of hotels.
Ah yes, I've heard good things about those. Any other providers that might be worth considering?
Definitely check out Booking.com as well. They tend to have a really user-friendly platform and reliable reviews.
Booking.com, got it. And what about something like Airbnb? Do you think that could be a good option?
Airbnb can be a great alternative, especially if you're looking for a more unique or local experience. Just make sure to read the reviews carefully.
That's a good point. I'll have to weigh the pros and cons of hotels versus Airbnb. Any other tips for comparing providers?
You could also look into loyalty programs. Some hotel chains have their own reward systems that can provide benefits.
Ah yes, that's a good idea. I'll have to see which providers offer the best loyalty perks.
Exactly. Just do your research and compare the options to find the best fit for your needs and budget.
Awesome, this has been really helpful. I feel much more equipped to start my hotel search now.
I'm glad I could provide some useful insights. Let me know if you have any other questions as you're booking your trip.
Will do, thanks again. Catch you later.
Lesson 15, Embracing Cultural Differences.
Hey Anna, I wanted to talk to you about something I've been thinking about for my upcoming trip.
Sure, what's on your mind?
Well, I'm a bit nervous about experiencing a new culture and being respectful of the local customs.
That's understandable. Embracing cultural differences can be both exciting and challenging at times.
Exactly. I don't want to inadvertently offend anyone or come across as disrespectful.
I hear you. The best approach is to keep an open mind and be willing to learn about the local traditions and etiquette.
That makes sense. Any specific tips you can share for navigating cultural differences?
Well, one important thing is to be observant and pay attention to how the locals interact and behave. That can give you a good sense of what's expected.
Good point. And should I research the customs beforehand, or just go with the flow?
I'd recommend doing a bit of research beforehand, just to get a basic understanding. But also be prepared to adapt and learn as you go.
Okay, that sounds like a good balance. I don't want to come across as too rigid or uninformed.
Exactly. The key is to approach it with humility and a genuine interest in learning about the local culture.
I like that perspective. It's about being open-minded and respectful, rather than judgmental.
Precisely. If you keep that mindset, you're much more likely to have an enriching and meaningful cultural experience.
I appreciate you taking the time to share this advice. It's really helpful as I prepare for my trip.
I'm glad I could provide some useful insights. Wishing you an amazing cultural immersion on your travels. Lesson 16, A Captivating Literary Conversation.
Morning, Anna. Have you heard about the latest romance novel craze sweeping North America?
Fascinating. I've been meaning to explore that genre more. What do you know about the current trends?
Well, it seems the most popular books for women these days are romance novels. The plot lines are often timeless, but still resonate strongly with modern readers.
That's interesting. I wonder what it is about romance novels that makes them so appealing, even in today's world.
From what I understand, the enduring appeal lies in the escapism they provide. Readers can immerse themselves in captivating love stories and forget their everyday worries for a while.
Ah yes, the power of a good, dramatic love story. It's no wonder they remain so popular. Do you have any favorite romance authors or titles you'd recommend?
Let me think. I've heard a lot of positive buzz around the latest works by authors like Nora Roberts and Danielle Steele. Their novels seem to really strike a chord with readers.
Ooh, I'll have to check those out. Thanks for the recommendations. This has been a fascinating conversation about the current state of the romance novel genre.
Absolutely, I'm glad I could provide some insight. Literature trends are always evolving, but a well-crafted love story seems to be a timeless draw.
Definitely. There's just something about losing yourself in a romantic tale that never gets old. I appreciate you sharing your knowledge on this topic.
My pleasure. I always enjoy our literary discussions. Shall we explore another genre next time?
Sounds like a plan. I'm looking forward to our next bookish conversation. Lesson 17, Countryside Explorations.
Hey Anna, what do you think about taking a day trip to explore the countryside?
Absolutely. That sounds like a wonderful idea. I've been wanting to get out of the city and soak in some nature.
Fantastic. I was thinking we could pack a picnic and find a nice quiet spot to relax and take in the scenery.
Ooh, a picnic in the countryside? That's right up my alley. We can discover some hidden gems and really immerse ourselves in the beauty of the landscape.
Exactly. I know the perfect little town just a short drive away that has some gorgeous countryside views. We can wander through the quaint streets, maybe stop at a local cafe.
That sounds idyllic. I'm already picturing the rolling hills, the wildflowers, and the peaceful atmosphere. It'll be such a refreshing change of pace.
Definitely. Sometimes we get so caught up in the hustle and bustle of city life, we forget to slow down and appreciate the simple pleasures nature has to offer.
Couldn't agree more. This countryside adventure is exactly what I need. When can we plan to go? I'm ready to escape the urban grind.
How about this weekend? I can make all the arrangements and we can set off on our little rural retreat.
Sounds perfect. I'll clear my schedule and can't wait to explore the beauty of the countryside with you.
Excellent, it's a plan then. This is going to be a wonderful getaway. I'm really looking forward to it.
Lesson 18, Affordable Accommodations.
Hey Anna, I was thinking about our countryside trip this weekend. Have you given any thought to where we might stay?
You know, I haven't actually looked into accommodations yet. But finding an affordable option is definitely a priority for me.
Understandable. I understand it's always good to find budget-friendly choices, especially for a longer trip like this.
Exactly. Any recommendations on some nice, yet cost-effective places to stay in the area?
Well, I've done a bit of research, and there are a few quaint bed and breakfasts that seemed quite reasonably priced.
Ooh, a cozy bed and breakfast would be perfect. That way we can really immerse ourselves in the local charm.
Absolutely. I was thinking we could look for one that offers complimentary breakfast too, to help stretch our budget.
That's a great idea. Saving money on meals is key when planning a trip. I'm all for an affordable but charming bed and breakfast.
Wonderful. I'll dig a little deeper and send you some options I've found that fit the bill. We can compare and book something soon.
Sounds good to me. I really appreciate you taking the time to research accommodations that work with our budget. It makes planning this trip so much easier.
Not a problem at all. I'm happy to handle the logistics so we can just focus on enjoying our countryside adventure.
You're the best. I can't wait to get out of the city and unwind in a quaint little bed and breakfast. This is going to be amazing.
I have a good feeling about it too. This weekend getaway is just what we need. I'll send over those hotel options shortly.
Lesson 19, Keeping Cool.
Morning. I wanted to check in about our countryside trip this weekend.
Oh, good morning, John. I'm so excited for it. Did you happen to come across any updates I should know about?
Well, there is one small issue I wanted to bring to your attention. It seems the air conditioner at the bed and breakfast is currently out of order.
Oh dear, that's not ideal. With the summer heat, an AC unit is pretty important, especially for a countryside retreat.
Exactly. I wanted to make sure that wouldn't be a deal breaker for you before we finalize the booking.
That's a good point to consider. No AC could make for an uncomfortable stay, even in a charming B&B.
Right. I know keeping cool is important, especially when we'll be spending a lot of time outdoors on our trip.
You make a fair point. Maybe we should explore some other options that can guarantee climate-controlled accommodations.
I think that's wise. Let me take another look and see what else is available in the area that has functioning air conditioning.
Wonderful. I appreciate you being proactive about this. Comfort is key for an enjoyable getaway.
Absolutely. I want us both to be able to fully relax and soak in the countryside without any issues. Give me a bit to research some alternatives.
Sounds good. Just let me know what you find. I'm happy to be flexible as long as we find a suitable place to stay.
Will do. I'll be in touch shortly with some updated accommodation options for our trip.
Lesson 20, A Spotless Retreat.
Morning. I think I found the perfect countryside retreat for our trip this weekend.
That's great news. What did you end up finding that will work for us?
Well, I came across a lovely little inn that not only has fully functioning air conditioning, but also seems immaculately kept.
Ooh, an impeccably maintained inn. That sounds ideal. And the AC is definitely a must-have.
Exactly. I took a closer look at the reviews, and guests have been raving about how clean and well cared for the entire property is.
That's music to my ears. Cleanliness is so important, especially when you're getting away from the city.
I agree. This inn seems to go above and beyond to ensure every corner, even the hard-to-reach ones, are spotless.
Wonderful. And once we're done exploring the countryside, we can simply relax and enjoy the comforts of a pristine retreat.
Precisely. I think we'll be able to truly unwind and recharge in this accommodating and well-maintained inn.
I'm sold. This sounds like the perfect place for our countryside getaway. When can we book it?
I went ahead and secured the reservation already. We're all set to head out there this weekend.
Fantastic. I can't wait. This is going to be such a refreshing trip, thanks to your diligent research.
My pleasure. I'm excited for us to experience the beauty of the countryside in comfort and style.
Me too. This is going to be a weekend to remember. I appreciate you putting in the effort to find the ideal accommodation.
Any time. I'm glad we were able to find the perfect spot. Now let's get ready to enjoy our countryside retreat.
Lesson 21, Hotel Reservations.
Hey Anna, I'm planning a trip next month and I need to book a hotel. Can you help me with that?
Sure. What dates are you thinking of traveling?
I'll be going from the 15th to the 20th of June.
Okay, let me check some options for you. What's your budget and what kind of amenities are you looking for in a hotel?
I'd like to keep it around $150 per night if possible. And I'd like a hotel with a pool, gym, and free breakfast.
Let me see what I can find. There's a really nice 4-star hotel downtown that fits your criteria. The nightly rate is $149 and it has great reviews.
That sounds perfect. Can you go ahead and book that for me?
Absolutely, I'll take care of it right now. Just send me your credit card details and I'll get it all squared away.
Great, I really appreciate your help with this. I'm glad we could find a good hotel that works with my budget.
No problem at all. I'm happy I could assist you in planning your trip. Just let me know if you need anything else.
Will do, thanks again Anna.
Lesson 22, Inauguration Ceremony.
Morning Anna, did you catch the president's inauguration ceremony on TV yesterday?
Yes, I did. It was a really historic moment. The new president gave a powerful speech about unity and healing.
I agree, the themes of the speech really resonated with me. Even though the years and changes, the core values remain the same.
Absolutely. It's amazing to see the peaceful transition of power, no matter how much the country may have changed.
That's a great point. The inauguration ceremony is a reminder that our democratic institutions endure, even as leaders come and go.
Definitely. And the presence of past presidents, both Democrat and Republican, symbolizes that unity as well.
Absolutely. It was nice to see them all there, honoring the peaceful transfer of power.
Yes, it was a moving sight. The inauguration is a reminder of the strength and resilience of our democracy.
Well said. I'm glad I was able to watch it and reflect on the significance of the occasion.
Me too. It's an important moment in our nation's history that we should all take the time to appreciate.
Agreed. Thanks for chatting with me about it.
Lesson 23, Mourning and Consolation.
Hey Anna, I wanted to talk to you about something that's been on my mind.
Of course. What's going on?
I heard about the passing of the former First Lady. It's such a tragic loss.
Oh, I hadn't heard. That's so sad to hear. She was such an inspiring figure.
Absolutely. I can only imagine how the current First family must be feeling right now.
Yes, it must be an incredibly difficult time for them. Losing a child is unimaginable.
I agree. In moments like these, I think the nation also feels a sense of collective mourning.
That's true. The First family's grief becomes our own, in a way. We all seek to offer our condolences.
Exactly. And yet, there's also a spirit of resilience and strength that we can draw from.
Yes, exactly. Even in the darkest of times, there is often a glimmer of hope and consolation.
Well said. I'm grateful we can come together as a community to support one another.
Me too. In the end, that's what truly matters, being there for each other.
Couldn't agree more. Thank you for this thoughtful conversation.
Lesson 24, Organizing Community Services.
Hey Anna, I was reading about the former president's legacy the other day. Did you know he helped organize a hospital and a fire department in his hometown?
Wow, I didn't know that. That's really impressive. Community service was clearly a big priority for him.
Absolutely. He understood the importance of building strong local institutions and infrastructure.
That's a great point. Overseeing the postal service was another way he contributed to the community.
Yes, exactly. He took a hands-on approach to improving the lives of regular citizens.
It's inspiring to see a leader so committed to the practical needs of the people they serve.
I agree. Too often, politicians can get caught up in the big, flashy projects. But the nitty-gritty work of building community institutions is just as vital.
Definitely. Those small-scale, boots-on-the-ground efforts often have the biggest impact on people's daily lives.
Absolutely. It's a good reminder that true leadership isn't just about grand speeches and photo ops.
Well said. It's the quiet, unglamorous work that often makes the most difference.
Exactly. I have a newfound appreciation for that kind of community-focused leadership.
Me too. It's an important legacy that I hope future leaders will continue to build upon. Lesson 25, From Tragedy to Triumph.
Hey Anna, I was reading the other day about how the former president overcame a lot of personal tragedy early in life.
Oh, really? I didn't know much about his backstory. What happened?
Well, he lost his father at a young age and had to help support his family. It must have been a very difficult time.
Wow, that's remarkable. To then go on and achieve so much, despite those early hardships, is truly inspiring.
Absolutely. He didn't let his circumstances define him. Instead, he channeled that adversity into motivation.
That's a great point. Overcoming such challenges with resilience and determination is truly admirable.
Exactly. And it's a testament to the power of the human spirit to rise above even the most daunting of circumstances.
I agree. His story shows that with hard work and perseverance, one can transform tragedy into triumph.
Well said. It's a powerful reminder that our past doesn't have to dictate our future.
Definitely. His life is a shining example of how an individual can overcome adversity and make a lasting, positive impact.
Absolutely. It's an inspiring story that I think can resonate with people from all walks of life.
I couldn't agree more. Stories like this remind us of the incredible potential within each and every one of us.
Exactly. Thank you for this thoughtful discussion. It's been a pleasure chatting with you.
Lesson 26, Exploring the Origins of English.
Hey Anna, did you know that the English language has been influenced by many other languages throughout history?
That's really interesting. I didn't realize that. Can you tell me more about it?
Absolutely. For example, a lot of the vocabulary in English comes from Latin and Greek.
Wow, that's fascinating. I always wondered why some English words sound so similar to Latin and Greek.
Exactly. The most distinguished of my predecessors opened his first speech with a quotation from the great Czech philosopher, Jan Hus.
I see, so the English language has been shaped by influences from all over Europe. That's really cool to learn about.
Absolutely. And it's not just Latin and Greek, other languages have contributed to English as well.
I'd love to hear more about that. What other languages have influenced English?
Well, for instance, words like kindergarten and angst come from German. And karaoke is a Japanese loanword.
Fascinating. I had no idea English pulled from so many different language sources. It really is a global language.
Definitely. The diversity of English is part of what makes it such a rich and expressive language.
I agree. Learning about the origins of English words is a great way to better understand the language. Thanks for sharing this with me.
My pleasure. I'm always happy to discuss the fascinating history and evolution of the English language.
Lesson 27, Small Talk about Language Contributions.
Good morning. Did you know that Latin and Greek have contributed a large number of words to many other languages?
That's fascinating. I didn't realize the extent of their influence on other languages. Can you tell me more about that?
Absolutely. Many scientific and technical terms in English, for example, come from Latin and Greek roots. Words like biology, telephone, and television all have their origins in those ancient languages.
Wow, I never thought about that. It makes sense that fields like science and technology would borrow a lot of vocabulary from the classical languages.
Exactly. And it's not just English, many other modern languages have incorporated Latin and Greek words as well. Even languages as different as Russian and Arabic have been influenced by those linguistic roots.
That's really fascinating. I wonder what other languages have made significant contributions to the global vocabulary over the centuries.
Well, you raise a good point. While Latin and Greek have been hugely influential, other languages have also left their mark. For instance, words like algebra and zero come from Arabic.
Interesting. I can see how the spread of knowledge and ideas throughout history would lead to this cross-pollination of languages. It's amazing how interconnected it all is.
Definitely. Language is such a rich and complex thing, shaped by centuries of cultural exchange and intellectual development. There's always more to learn about its evolution.
Absolutely. This has been a really enlightening conversation. I feel like I have a much better appreciation for the linguistic diversity that underlies so much of our vocabulary.
I'm glad I could share some insights. Language is endlessly fascinating to me, and I always enjoy discussing its intricacies. There's always more to discover.
Lesson 28, Overcoming Adversity.
Hey Anna, did you hear about that remarkable man who started from nothing and built an incredible career?
No, I don't think I've heard that story. Please tell me more.
Well, from what I understand, he came from a very poor family. From a young age, he had to work 14 hours a day just to get by.
Goodness, that must have been incredibly difficult. How did he manage to overcome those kinds of challenges?
By all accounts, he was an incredibly determined and hard-working individual. Despite the long hours and meager circumstances, he never lost sight of his ambitions.
That's really inspiring. So many people in that kind of situation might have given up or resigned themselves to that life. What did he go on to achieve?
Well, through sheer grit and perseverance, he was eventually able to get an education and build a successful career. He ended up becoming a highly respected leader in his field.
Wow, that's an amazing transformation. It just goes to show what someone can accomplish when they refuse to be defined by their circumstances.
Absolutely. His story is a real testament to the power of determination and resilience in the face of adversity. It's the kind of inspiring tale that reminds us all to never underestimate our own potential.
I agree. Hearing about people who overcome such steep odds is really motivating. It makes me want to push myself even harder to achieve my own goals.
That's exactly the kind of reaction his story should inspire. If he could do it, coming from such humble beginnings, then the possibilities are endless for those of us with the drive to succeed.
Well said. This has been a really uplifting conversation. It's amazing how much we can learn from the experiences of others.
Definitely. I'm glad I could share this inspiring story with you. It's the kind of thing that reminds us all to never give up, no matter the challenges we face.
Lesson 29, Handling Unexpected Situations.
Oh no! I just spilled my coffee all over the table. What are we going to do?
Don't worry, we'll get it cleaned up. Let me see what I can find to help.
I can't believe this happened. I'm so clumsy sometimes. This is going to make a real mess.
Hey, it's okay. These things happen. Let me grab some paper towels and see if we can blot it up before it spreads.
Alright, thanks. I really hope we can get this cleaned up quickly. I don't want it to stain the table.
Okay, here we go. Let's start blotting it up gently. It looks like most of it is on the surface, so this should do the trick.
Phew, that's a relief. I was worried we'd have to call someone in to deep clean the whole area.
Not at all. We've got this under control. Just take it slow and steady, and I'm sure we'll have it looking good as new in no time.
You're right. I just need to stay calm and focus on the task at hand. No need to panic over a little spilled coffee.
Exactly. Now let's see if we can find some baking soda or club soda to help lift any remaining stains. I bet we can get this table looking spotless.
Awesome, good thinking. I really appreciate you jumping in to help me deal with this. I was feeling so flustered.
No problem at all. That's what friends are for. Now let's get this cleaned up so we can move on with our day.
Sounds good. Thanks again. I don't know what I'd do without your cool head in these kinds of situations.
Lesson 30, Differing Views on Social Responsibility.
Hey Anna, did you see that article about the wealthy businessman arguing against higher taxes?
Yes, I did read that. It was quite a controversial take, wasn't it?
Absolutely. He was basically saying that since he pays his taxes, he shouldn't have to worry about things like prisons or workhouses.
Wow, that's a rather narrow and self-centered perspective, don't you think? Taxes aren't just about personal obligations.
I agree. He seems to have a very limited view of social responsibility. Just because you pay your own taxes doesn't mean you can ignore broader societal issues.
Exactly. We all have a duty to consider the greater good, not just our own interests. These kinds of problems affect us all, whether we want to acknowledge it or not.
Completely. I was disappointed to see someone in a position of wealth and influence take such a stance. It just reinforces the idea of the rich being disconnected from the realities of the less fortunate.
Sadly, that mindset is all too common among the upper echelons of society. They fail to see how their success is often built upon the struggles of others.
You make a good point. True wealth and privilege should come with a greater sense of social responsibility, not a dismissal of it.
Absolutely. I hope articles like this spur more discussion and debate around these important issues. We need to challenge these narrow-minded perspectives.
Definitely. This is the kind of conversation we need to be having more of. It's the only way we'll see real progress on addressing inequality and injustice.
Well said. I'm glad we see eye to eye on the need for a more holistic, compassionate view of social responsibility.
Me too. These are complex problems, but the solution starts with recognizing our interconnectedness and shared humanity.
Lesson 31, Discovering Beliefs Beyond Ourselves.
Morning Anna, have you ever thought about why we believe in certain things?
Good morning, John. That's an interesting question. I've wondered about that too. I think it's not just because we believe in ourselves, but because we hold beliefs that go beyond our individual selves.
Exactly. Our beliefs often stem from things larger than just our own personal experiences.
Definitely. Things like our upbringing, culture, education, and interactions with others all shape the beliefs we develop.
Absolutely. And those beliefs then guide how we see the world and make decisions.
Definitely. It's fascinating to think about where our beliefs come from and how they evolve over time.
It is. And I find it's important to be open-minded and willing to re-examine our beliefs, rather than just clinging to them stubbornly.
That's a great point. Being able to question our beliefs and consider new perspectives is key to growth and understanding.
Absolutely. It's a lifelong journey of learning and discovery, not just a fixed set of beliefs.
I couldn't agree more. There's always more to explore when it comes to understanding ourselves and the world around us.
Definitely. It's an endlessly fascinating topic to dive into. I'm glad we got to discuss it together.
Lesson 32: Funding Your Education Dreams.
Hey Anna, I know you've been looking into options for funding your education. Any luck on that front?
Hi John, yes, I've been exploring a few different possibilities. Have you come across any good scholarships or grants I should look into?
That's smart. There are quite a few out there if you know where to look. Have you checked with the financial aid office at your school?
Good idea, I'll definitely reach out to them. I'm also curious if there are any external scholarships or grants I may qualify for.
Absolutely, there are tons of those available as well. A lot of it comes down to doing the research and applying.
That's true. It can be a bit daunting, but I'm determined to find a way to fund my education. Every little bit helps.
For sure. Even small scholarships can make a big difference. And don't forget about things like work-study programs too.
Ooh, good point, I'll look into that as well. Combining different funding sources could really help make it all work.
Exactly. With some diligence, I'm confident you'll be able to put together a solid financial plan for school.
I appreciate the encouragement. It's motivating to know there are options out there if I'm willing to put in the effort.
Absolutely. Just stay persistent and you'll get there. Let me know if you need any other tips along the way.
Lesson 33: Camping Conundrums and Nature's Wonders.
Morning Anna, are you still planning that camping trip this weekend?
Good morning, John. Yes, I'm really looking forward to getting out into nature. Do you have any tips for setting up camp?
Definitely. Camping can be tricky at first, but it's so rewarding. One key thing is making sure you have the right gear.
That makes sense. I'm a bit worried about getting the tent set up properly. Any advice there?
No need to stress, it just takes a little practice. Read through the instructions carefully and try setting it up at home first.
That's a great idea. I'll do a trial run before we head out. And what about cooking and other camp essentials?
Well, I'd suggest keeping meals simple, things like pre-made sandwiches or easy-to-cook meals. And don't forget headlamps, a cooler, and plenty of water.
Noted. I want to make sure we're fully prepared. The last thing I want is to be scrambling once we're out there.
Totally understandable. Being organized ahead of time will really help you relax and enjoy the experience.
I'm just so excited to disconnect from the city and immerse myself in nature. There's something really restorative about it.
I agree completely. The fresh air, the sounds of the forest, it's incredibly rejuvenating. You're going to have a blast.
I can't wait. Thanks for all the helpful tips. I feel much more confident about our camping adventure now. Lesson 34: Navigating Remote Work Dynamics.
Hey Anna, how have you been adjusting to the remote work setup?
Hi John, it's been an interesting transition, that's for sure. Have you noticed any changes in team collaboration since we went remote?
That's a great question. I've definitely noticed some shifts, both positive and negative. What have you experienced on your end?
Well, on the plus side, I feel like we've all had to be more intentional about communication and checking in with each other.
Absolutely, that's a really good point. The lack of in-person interaction means we have to be more proactive.
Exactly. But I do sometimes miss the spontaneous conversations and quick brainstorming sessions we used to have in the office.
I hear you. The informal interactions can be harder to replicate virtually. Have you found any creative ways to recreate that?
A few things. We've started doing more virtual coffee chats and setting up digital whiteboards for real-time collaboration.
Nice, those sound like great solutions. Maintaining that sense of team cohesion is so important when you're remote.
Definitely. And I've noticed we've had to be more mindful about setting clear boundaries and expectations too.
Excellent point. It's easy for work and personal life to blur when you're working from home. Have you found any tricks for that?
Establishing a dedicated workspace and sticking to set work hours has really helped me. What about you?